Okay. Hey, Don McDowell here, huntingfishing.com. I want to give you an update. We just got back from the international border, Mexico, USA, and Arizona, and down in the Sonoran Desert. We're going to be bringing you some update. We had some pretty interesting interviews with one of the ranchers that his family down on San Jose Ranch has been there for 124 years. They're ranching 16,000 acres, maybe a little more. And over the last 30 years, BP has apprehended over 500,000 people on his property. 15 dead bodies they found. Today, even though apprehensions are down, they're still catching 40 on an average per week, every single week. So in the last month, Cochise County's pulled 37 high-profile drug traffickers off his land as well. So anyway, we're talking to John. Want to share that information with you. We went on down, actually on his property. You can from his back porch, you can see the border. The fence is very evident. And what's interesting is there's a 13-foot high wall going across there, similar to what Trump's building today. 5 strands of barbed wire or concertina wire on it. Then it drops to 10 feet, covered with steel mesh, if you will, that you can see through. And then what's double damn interesting, and this is what the media is not telling you, drive on down to the west of the Coronado National Monument, 4 miles later, guess what? There's no fence. What? There's no fence. So if you don't want to climb over the fence and get tangled up in the concertina wire, take a little hike, you just cross right around the end of the fence, because it's there. So after that, we went down to Bisbee, met with the Sabre team folks, which is I'm not going to get into right now. We'll just give you a little teaser. We're going to embed with these guys. They're doing with $1 million what the government hasn't been able to do with over 100 million. They're making a major impact on apprehensions, and with these guys, there is no catch and release. You get caught by these guys, Cochise County. You go see the county prosecutor, you're going to get prosecuted, you go into prison. Not jail, prison. Prison, prison. And no bus ride to Nogales, no free meal, no trip home so you can come back and do it again. You're just done. So after that, we rolled over east of Bisbee, about 15, 18 miles, and looked at the new wall that's going up. These guys, I'm telling you, are doing one hell of a job. This is a 30-foot high wall, similar to the 13-foot high wall, double in size. And the big takeaway there, there's always been an international barbed wire fence along the border and a small road. The road's been widened. At the end of it, my takeaway was the private contractors and the government contractors that are building the wall are doing an absolutely fantastic job. There's no disturbance of the Sonoran Desert. They're taking an extreme amount of care to take care of the landscape. The road's wider. They're pulling the old fence, the old Normandy tank type barriers that were designed to stop vehicles, not necessarily people. It's because you can just climb over them. I know it because I've seen me do it, and got into Mexico, and I can go in, I can go out, just like these guys. So anyway, my takeaway on these guys is they're doing a fantastic job. There's a batch plant right out there, real close to where they're pouring the concrete. And even at the end of the mobilization there, it'll be cleaned up. You will never know it was even there. So all the whining and carrying on from the CBD, Sierra Club, and those likes is a bunch of Bernie Sanders, because you back off the wall and look at it from a distance. And Martha Stewart couldn't even pick a better color. It's kind of a rust color, and it just absolutely blends into the landscape. So my hat's off to the Trump administration and President Trump for doing such a great job. We need the wall. It's going up, and before too long, we'll have that 500 miles of wall up, and apprehensions are going to be down. It's not the all to end all, because we're still looking at, even on John's ranch, on the San Jose ranch, there's over $54 million in technology on that 16,000 acres. There's surveillance equipment, lights on the border, cameras, ground sensors, and on, you name it. But it's working. So anyway, that's it for me. Look for the follow-ups on this. This is part of the Hook and Bullet Club, Guardians of the Southwest, guarding what matters. I'm Don McDowell, huntingfishing.com. We'll see you next time. Done. Done.
Favorite Obi Toppin scored 27 for third-ranked Dayton in a victory over George Washington. Top-ranked